Hello and welcome to another edition of Scruffy Get in the Kitchen. For this one I'm making apple crumble and it's a bit special the way I do it. I use raisins and stuff and anyway, let's get on with it. First thing you want to do is peel your apple, and for this you want Bramley apples at best, but unfortunately Asda didn't have any, so we've got to make do with our own apples. So first thing you do is slice it from core. Slice your apple from core, so you're just leaving core and pips and all crap. Obviously you want to peel it first. Sling that. Then you want to dice it into manageable sizes so it cooks well. Left a bit of peel on there, but it doesn't matter. Next thing you want to do is you want to fry this, but you only want to fry it for about a minute or so until it's just slightly brown. And you also want to add lemon juice, because as soon as you peel an apple it starts to go off, and acidities in lemon juice sort of combat that, will stop it going off. So let's just put some butter in our frying pan. You want this on gas mark 2 or second mark, and what's his name, on oven. You can see that sort of sizzling away nicely there. Spread it around the pan, nudge it down the old pan. And you really want to have this on number 1 on your oven mark, the lowest setting on your oven. Otherwise it's going to sizzle all over the place. I made a discovery yesterday. You can actually use salad cream instead of olive oil to oil your pan. And it really brings flavour out in a stir fry. Anyway, onto this. Slide that in there. Slide your apple in. Straight away you want to get busy with lemon juice. Stop your apple going off, sprinkle some lemon juice on it, and you want to keep turning it, keep it active, keep it moving about, keep it active until it gets nice and brown. Try setting number 3 on this. I think slices are a bit too big there. What you want to do next is put some sugar in. Got a bit of smoke building up here. Bit of a problem that. So you want to sprinkle your sugar in. You don't want to put so much in. Just sprinkle it over to get a nice decent base on it. Just sugar to taste. Initially you want to move it around the pan a bit. Get it nice and active. It'll take a few minutes to brown after that. Take the edge off it. Right, I'm going to bump it up a few notches because it's taking its time. Right, now our apple's starting to soften up, and When it gets to that stage you want to take it off because it's done with frying now. What you want to do next is transfer it, apple juices and all, to a cooking tin or a roasting tin, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately I don't think I've done enough. One other ingredient you might want to add to this is a bit more sugar, is raisins. What you want to do is sprinkle some raisins on. Like that. Sprinkle your raisins in. You don't want too many, obviously. Just enough to give it a sort of a base. Get camera balanced right. I think we'll go with a bit more sugar on this one actually. Go with a bit more sugar over the top. Make it so it's nice and white. And at this point I want to mention that you don't want to use brown sugar because salt recipe books are quite fond of using brown sugar, and if you use that it'll just look like roadkill and it won't look very nice presentation wise. I'm just going to put a bit more apple in there. One thing I should have mentioned, you're supposed to do your crumble mix first. Basically it's self-raising flour, or any flour, about 150 grams of flour for crumble mix, and you need your butter. I can't find the bloody stuff. About 70 grams of butter, crumble mix, and just mix it in with your using your basic rubbing in method. Apples are starting to go brown a bit despite adding loads of lemon juice on them, but we'll be still putting crumble mix on. A bit more butter in there. Don't add enough, you can always add a bit more afterwards. You want a consistency of fine breadcrumbs when you're doing this, and you want to do it before you do your apples obviously, which I neglected to do. There you go, fine breadcrumbs. That's a roasting dish or frying pan, whatever you want to call it. Next you want to spoon it over your mixture. Spoon your crumble mix over your apples and your mixture. Put a few more raisins in, and just a bit more sugar to taste. I'll find it. Just a bit more sugar to taste there. Apples are starting to go brown now, that's because they were scorched a bit during frying process. You don't want to do that too long. Just spoon it over your crumble mix over your crumble. to give it a nice topping. And this has to be served up in a roasting dish. I know it doesn't look fantastic at dinner parties, but if you want it to look good, just buy a fancy dish. And at Scruffy Get, we don't always bother with them things. Spread it around like that. Now it's a nice roof on our apple crumble. Bit more sugar, so that when you bite into it, it's nice and tasty. What you want to do is sprinkle a bit of water on it as well. Not too much. Get some water in a bowl and gently, emphasis on gently, ladle it over. See if we can get that in shot. Gently ladle it over with a teaspoon, and you really don't want to be overdoing this, otherwise it'll go brown and horrible and look like roadkill. And it also assists in baking process as well. It sort of acts like a cement, it acts like an hardener, and you don't want to do that too much. And what you do then is stick it in the oven. If you're posh, it's gas marked for that. If you've only got a crap oven like me, it's halfway down dial on middle shelf, only halfway down. And there you have it, the Scruffy Gets version of apple crumble. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.